Hello, welcome to Around the Old Town. I'm Bob Toomey. We have a full house this afternoon. We're going to have a first segment with Doug Ulwick, Aaron Christian, and Michelle Christian. Before they're going to be here to talk about the Abington Celebrates Oktoberfest. Before we get started, though, folks, I just wanted to read something from the Abington Rotary Club. They have an event Saturday night, this Saturday night, the 24th of September at 7 p.m. at the Knights of Columbus. And I'd just like to read a little blurb about it. The Abington Rotary Club is conducting our annual charitable auction to benefit the various local charities that we support. Our club supports the local food pantries in both Abington and Whitman, as well as local fuel assistance, veterans programs, various local sports programs, youth scouting programs, which is appropriate Aaron's here, and homeless shelters. We also assist with the project to raise funds for the additional CPR machines for the Abington Fire Department. In addition, we support the Rotary International Foundation in its fight to eradicate polio on a worldwide basis. They're going to have a charitable auction. If anybody's willing to donate goods, that'd be most welcome. And more importantly, if you could attend and spend some money, I'm sure most of the, I've been told by people, many of the items are tremendous and you'll be excited about what they have to offer. So if you can keep that in mind, this Saturday evening, September 24th, 7 p.m., the Abington Rotary Club is going to be at the Abington Knights of Columbus. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we're here to talk about the Oktoberfest. Abington celebrates Oktoberfest. Doug, why don't you start us off? You know pretty much what's going on about everything. So.
I will do that. And first of all, I guess I should mention that this is a first venture for Abington Celebrates. We came together and did Flag Day, Founders Day, and as an outgrowth of that, it was suggested that we put on an Oktoberfest. And we're using a similar pattern to what we did, a similar organization, if you will, in that we have an ad hoc committee that's come together and is coordinating other organizations that are putting on events throughout the course of the weekend. Originally, we had planned events for Saturday and Sunday, October 15th and 16th, I believe it is, and we got so jam-packed that we've actually moved on to Friday night and have some events then. And I thought the best way to present was basically to go through the events and talk about who's doing what, where, when, and how, and
Excellent.
Everything else. Actually, one that kind of came in late to us and is not happening in Abington, but I did want to mention it. The Abington Educational Foundation is putting on an event at the Players Sports Bar and Grill in Rockland, on VFW Drive, and it's 8 to midnight. And it's Jim Plunkett, and that should be kind of a fun evening. It's $20 per ticket in advance or $25 at the door. And it's a fundraiser to benefit students of the Abington Public Schools. And reading from their promo blurb, it's sure to be a great night out for adults to grab some old friends and some new friends. And come on, join us for a night of fun as we dance the night away to the tunes of Jim Plunkett. Light appetizers are served. There's a couple of contacts for more information. I always hesitate to give out emails, but this is a really simple email to give out. AEF, Abington Educational Foundation, 02351 at AOL.com, or contact Jim Coughlin. So we urge everyone to participate in that event. Even though it's over the line in Rockland, it's an Abington event. But our primary kickoffs, actually, we're doing something unusual. The Hug Foundation is going to be doing a German food night and dinner at the Polish Club, and I love mixing those ethnics. It's kind of fun. But anyway, the Hug Foundation is doing the Oktoberfest food celebration. It's from 5 to 8. They'll have German food and music and raffle prizes. It's open to everyone. It's a family event. And of course, there'll be hamburgers and hot dogs for those who maybe aren't adventurous enough to try the German food. And it's very affordable. It's $10 per person, maximum $25 for a family, and there'll be a cash bar. So we're thrilled to start off the night with, or the event with German food and German music, and at Abington's own Polish Club. So that should be kind of fun. Anyway, so that one's happening, and then also the thing that's happening Friday, I think it's happening early in the day, jumping into something that's happening on Saturday, is one can pick up one's packets for the and I'm saying it wrong. What is the name of the event that St. Bridget's is doing?
St. Bridget's, the folks at St. Bridget's are having their third annual St. Bridget's School of Freaky Family Fun Run. And
Say that 3 times fast.
3P Family Fun Run. And anyone that's registered, they can pick up their packets on Friday, the 14th, from 2 to 7 p.m. So that before they go to the AAF event or the Polish Club, they can pick up their packets.
Perfect.
So
This reminds me of the old St. Bridget's field days from the old time, and I'm glad they found a way to revive it in doing something like this. What else are they doing as the event? I know it's a run and a walk and.
Yep, it's their 3rd annual Family Fun Run. I'm going to read what they've sent me for this. And it starts off at St. Bridget's, which it's at 455 Plymouth Street in Abington. And the proceeds that they raise from the fundraiser will benefit Deb Cotter, a teacher that's battling breast cancer. There will be a kids race that is a 1/4 mile, and each kid that's involved in the race will get a T-shirt and a race medal. And that kicks off at 8:45. There's a timed 5K race or a 1.5 mile walk that starts at 9 a.m. There'll be prizes for the top 3 men and women and medals for the top 3 in each age group. The timing will be done by race wire. After the race, there'll be raffles, tons of food, jumpy houses, games, face painting, and even a haunted house.
Cool.
Which is really cool. I've seen it. So if you don't pick up your packet Friday, you can get it Saturday morning starting at 7:30. And if you want a T-shirt, you have to register by October 1st. And you can register online at www.sbsp2freaky5k.racefire.com.
That's a long email address.
Or check out their Facebook page.
That's probably the easier way to do it. Check out their Facebook page. I think that's how I learned about it.
So it's a really good event. I went to, I believe, I've gone the last 2 years. It's
nice.
Really good. It's a really good, great for the kids.
Perfect.
And then around the same time is the UCC is having their October marketplace, and before it used to be called the Fall Fiesta, and now they're doing something a little bit different. It's another family event, and that's at the United Church of Christ at 10 Bedford Street, and it runs from 9 to 2 p.m. And it's a unique and creative marketplace fair that will feature vendors and crafters, raffles, music from Tony Carshow, which we had at our the Flag Day event. He was at the Pizza Pandemonium. He'll be there from 11 to 1. Face painting from South Shore Pottery and storytelling. There'll also be a dining area, and food will also be available. In addition, church prayer shawls will be on display, and this is also the kickoff of their new thrift shop. It'll be a grand opening.
Exciting.
Yes.
I know they've been gathering stuff for some time, awaiting the opening, so I'm glad they chose that weekend.
And admission is free.
Better still.
Free
did I hear or read they were like selling their chowder and stuff like that? I mean, that they are things for sale.
Yep, they are doing the chowder.
Nice, so you can grab lunch while you're there.
I think there's going to be a big table. We're still putting everything together for that.
They always used to have a cheese table as well. Hopefully they carry that into this new iteration. It's kind of good. I also wanted to say about that, and I think we're flattered and pleased that UCC is one of the groups that actually planned their date around our date. Once we announced that we were doing an Oktoberfest,
excellent.
A lot of people jumped on board, understanding the success we had had with Flag Day, Founders Day, and said, well, we will change our date, or we will make our date to align with your weekend, and UCC did that. I think I jumped out to them early on in the process and said, hey, we're doing this, have you scheduled yours yet? And they did it. And the other one, and I might be leapfrogging here, is I knew that there was a classic car event coming up for the Scouts.
Yep.
And that was also altered, if you will, to fit our weekend plans. And so, Aaron, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, no, the Scouts are doing our, I don't think it's it's not our second annual or anything like that. We're doing another car show.
Another car show.
Yeah, I think we do this twice a year or so. It'll be on Saturday, October 15th from 1 to 4. For more information about it, I'll explain more in a second, but for more information, we have a Facebook page, Boy Scouts Troop 41 Car Show. But there's a $10 entry fee for all the cars, and a $50 gift card for the car that is voted the best, so everyone gets a chance to vote in the car that's the best. A couple times we've done it, we've had a lot of people come. Hopefully we're looking for more this time. I think we'll have a good turnout. It's a lot of fun, a lot of nice cars coming. So
Where is it?
it's at Lowe's in Abington.
Now,
on
they,
Route 18.
they take over part of the parking lot, or how,
There's
how do they
there's
set up?
There's a portion in the back of the parking lot that's sectioned off just for us to have that show.
Okay, that's fantastic. And is there food available, or raffles, or
We'll have- yeah.
how are you making money besides entry fees?
We'll have
Because you need to.
yeah, we'll have a little concession table
Okay.
there that we'll have some scouts selling some items, candy, drinks, and such. Not sure if we'll have a raffle this time. I know we have in the past.
Okay.
It's still up in the air. I think we will.
And do you know anything specific about the cars coming, or?
Not yet. We don't
Okay.
know quite yet, but we will know very shortly. And that's why if you go on the Facebook page, you can stay posted.
Nice. So as you know more, it will
Yep.
go up on the
It will go
Facebook
up.
page, and people can understand.
Yes.
Good. I know the weather did not cooperate in the spring when you guys tried this, so we're
Yes.
hoping for better weather this time around.
Yep. Speaking of which, the rain date is the next day from
Okay.
10 to 1. So.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Nice that you planned that. Experience is a good teacher. Anyway, so I think that covers us up into Saturday afternoon. And we are also, another thing that got rescheduled for us as actually was the Lions event for the Not So Scary Woods. They were planning, I think, the following weekend, and we asked them if they would do it this particular weekend for us, and they did. So anyway, I think what I'd like to do now perhaps is take a break and get someone in from the Lions to talk about that, and we've got some dog park people to talk about those
More the merrier.
events. Okay, absolutely. But I thank you guys for sharing the church events and the scouting event and everything else. That's a good start to the weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Thank you very much, Aaron. And Doug, you're going to be back with me, so
I will.
we're just going to take a small break, and we're going to regroup and get back to you shortly. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, we have another full house here. With me, of course, is Doug Elwick, talking about the Abington Celebrates Oktoberfest, and we have a number of guests. I'll introduce them from the adults down to the kids to the dogs. You know Doug. With me is Sue McHugh, Lauren Sweeney, Selectman Kenny Coyle, and then the children from my left to right, Andrew Van Luling. This is Amelia McHugh, Jocelyn Sweeney, and Amelia McHugh. Our dogs are Taco and Carly. Taco's the brown and white dog, and Carly's the nice, pleasant dog over here.
Don't characterize. Come on.
I judge everything. Doug, okay, we're going back to the Oktoberfest. We're doing through Friday nights and early Saturday's events.
Absolutely.
What's coming up
We
next?
stopped at the Classic Car Show at 2 to 5 at Lowe's parking lot. Then we're also overlapping that one. We're also very pleased that the Lions Club decided to reschedule their Not So Scary Woods event for us at Island Grove from 2 to 6 on Saturday. And I think Ken Coyle's going to tell us more about that.
Absolutely. This will be the 5th year, I believe, in a row that we've done it. It's Halloween belongs to the children. We want to return it to them. Haunted houses are great for teens, but this is for younger kids that have something to call their own. It's at Island Grove. It's from 2 to 6. As I said, it's been the 5th year, and we have lots and lots of fun and different events for everyone there. There's actually this year there's going to be 2 story times. One of them is going to feature Gina Tempesco, who is a Boston children's author. She wrote a book called Boston's Other Green Monster, so that'd be kind of exciting. She's a former radio personality. We're planning on having her in the cabin in the woods, the old Girl Scout building, which has been fixed up really nice. So there's going to be cupcakes, decorating, s'mores in the fire pit, story time by the library. Usually we do a touch-a truck. We're still lining up vendors. Trookies gives away popcorn. Everything is free except the Lions Club, who are sponsoring this event. They sell hot dogs, hot chocolate if it's cold, and ice cream by Cream will be for sale. So please come on by. Again, it's free from 2 to 6. Events will be overlapping, and we did move it to this weekend. I'm not sure about a rain date yet, but you can go on the Lions Club Facebook site and check that out. Face painting, dance troops will be there. That was the hit last year. We had a dance troupe do the Thriller song. They got a standing ovation. They kept doing it all because it was so popular. So hope to see you there. Thank you. Thanks,
And it was a big hit.
It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a number of people called and request DVDs of that. So it worked out real well.
And actually, you briefly touched on the fact that I believe the storyteller will be at the Cabin in the Grove. Something that's happened with that recently that some people might not be aware of is it's been made a featured project by Lowe's for their Heroes project. And they're working to do interior renovations to the building, primarily to the kitchen and bathroom area, new cabinets, new flooring. And we've actually had townspeople donate a refrigerator and a stove and everything. It's really coming together very nicely through the efforts of Lowe's. They give, I think it's $2,500 worth of merchandise at their cost, and then free labor to make all this happen. So I'm hoping it will all be done in time for this weekend, and we can show it all off at that same time. And after the Not So Scary Woods event, we're going to continue on with a family event, and the Hug Foundation, who is sponsoring the Friday night event, is also doing a Saturday night event at Riley Field at the bandstand. And the Hug Foundation sponsoring a free outdoor movie at the bandstand, and the Abington Substance Abuse Coalition will be manning the snack bar, with all proceeds going to the Substance Abuse Coalition. The Hug Foundation is taking care of the movie and the screen rental and everything else, and there's no charge. So bring a blanket. We have no idea how chilly it will be by that time in October, but plan on having a good time and visiting the snack bar and supporting the Substance Abuse Coalition.
You could. That's an important thing, especially in the South Shore and throughout the country. The opioid abuse is just devastating, and it's affected numerous people in Abington directly. So if you could make the effort to go out and buy a couple of tonics or the popcorn or ice cream or something and support this cause, it's well worth the while.
I love the fact you call it tonic. That's
right too.
From my youth, no one calls it tonic anymore. Great. Keep up doing that. Anyway, well, that will take us through Saturday night and Sunday morning. Taco's going to probably be there, aren't you? Okay. For the pancake breakfast at the Legion Hall from 8:30 to 11. It's being put on by the Lions, and again, I'm going to turn it over to Ken Coyle, who knows about these things.
Actually, the time is 8 to 10:30.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Just my notes.
Taco's excited about pancakes. The Abington Lions Club, we did it last year for Flag Day weekend, and it was a success. The food was great.
It was.
Best pancakes I've had in a long time. Yep. All you can eat, $8 per person, and it caps out at $25 for the family, so bring the whole family before or after church and come to the Lions Club Pancake Breakfast. For more information, just contact any Lions. You'll see us at the trailers. We're actually manning the trailer at the the band parents craft show this weekend. You can join us there, and just any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. The Lions Club Pancake Breakfast, 8 to 10:30.
Fantastic.
At the Legion.
I'll be there.
Perfect.
And that takes us up to, well, shortly after that, in afternoon, we're going to move events to a place we've not used before, and we're going to the Griffin's Dairy Field. And honestly, the event is something that kind of sparked the idea for the whole weekend. It was Christy Coombs who came forward doing the Flag Day Founders Day weekend and said, how about an Oktoberfest? I think she had experience doing one before and wanted to do it again. And we chose the date and moved forward from there. Christy, of course, just had finished up the Jeff Coombs race this past weekend, which was a huge success, and we always wish them well and love to see that success and see the whole town and way beyond the whole town come together for that. So she'll be rallying her forces. I say the best way to do this is have a great Rolodex, and she does. And anyway, I did notice actually on Facebook this week she was looking for someone to do hay rides. So that certainly is something that is on the agenda. And I think we're going to take a break right now. I just got a little note from the control room.
Okay.
So apparently it's time for that.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We had slight technical difficulties. Doug, you were talking about events coming up Saturday and Sunday?
Absolutely. We're at the Sunday afternoon, and Taco's probably going to be there, I'm sure, at Griffin's Dairy, and he's excited about it. He or she? I don't even know, Taco.
It's a he.
He, okay. It sounded like a boy's name, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, Taco will probably be at Griffin's Dairy as well. In fact, I guarantee. But Christy Coombs has been chairing and heading up the events we're planning for there. And but actually, the other thing that happened is the summer concert series thought it'd be a fun idea to have some German music for the day, and I imagine one can polka their hearts away to the sounds of the Double Eagle Oktoberfest German Band, and they've been engaged to play from 12 to 4. I understand there'll be beer available for the adults. I understand there'll be family games. I think I did pass on to Christy that when I had put something out on Facebook about, German beer, a couple of folks jumped in and said, "Oh, I don't drink beer. Can you have wine?" So perhaps German wine as well. I think that's to be decided. But all of that stuff's in the works. So by all means, keep looking at our Facebook page. Abington Celebrates, to stay up to date on that. The other thing we're really excited about, something new that's happening in town. It's been clear for a while that there's been a need for Abington to have a dog park. And we have two people here who kind of took the ball and ran with it in terms of making it happen. And there is
Did
now,
they select the studio for the park? Or it seems like today.
it seems like the day for it. But anyway, at this point, the Abington Board of Selectmen have worked with the Dog Park Committee to choose a piece of land and dedicate it to them and set up a gift account. And they're going to be there, Sue and Lauren and crew, at Griffin's Dairy, and going to be doing events about dogs and fundraising. And there's a need for fundraising because I understand there's a grant, but in addition, the town's people have to come up with some money here. So I'm not sure that's the best way to launch in for you guys to tell us what's going on, but that's kind of what just came out of my mouth.
Sure. When we first decided there was a real need for a park in town, I did a little research online to see if there were any grants available from businesses that could help us out. And I came across the Stanton Foundation. The Stanton Foundation is based in Cambridge, and it was founded by someone who loved world peace and he loved dogs. And
Not a bad combination.
No, not at all. And so he does grants for canine units and for dog parks all over the state. West Bridgewater's used the grant. Some of the towns in the Cape have used the grant. And it pays 90% of the cost.
Wow.
The design and the construction.
Both design and
Yes.
construction.
So what it
Okay.
wants from the town is 10%
Okay.
and a piece of land. So the piece that comes from the town can be fundraised, and that's what we're working on now.
Fantastic. Okay. And the location is, as I understand, next to the senior center?
Right, there's a 5-acre parcel of land next to the senior center.
That's a good size.
We're probably not going to get the whole parcel.
Mhm.
We still have to survey it, and there's still some logistics to go through to figure out the exact design.
Okay.
But we're aiming for maybe 50,000 square feet, I think.
Okay.
Does that sound right? And it'll be fenced in. It'll be a little bit back from the senior center, but you can use the parking there. And I
Now,
think it should be
there are areas for two size dogs that I understand as well, large and
Yes.
small? And
Yes.
Okay, excellent. That's great. Because I've seen what other towns have been working on, so it's exciting to have Abington making this effort as well. I'm so thrilled that you guys are doing the effort now. So this is going to be your kickoff fundraiser.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
We are going to be hosting a costume contest.
Costume contest.
Yes, for
And Taco's dressing up as what?
a taco.
A taco, okay. I think we have to be careful of our microphone here.
Yes.
Hey, Taco.
And Carly, who you can't see because she's sleeping under my chair.
There we go.
She's very active. She's mulling her costume.
Mulling her costume, okay.
She's an Abington softball player.
She might be an advocate.
So now, how does one register their dog for the contest? Is it one contest? Is it broken up into multiple parts? How are you
So
doing it?
from 12 to 2, we're doing the
We
little dogs.
at 1:00 we'll have the official little dog contest.
Little dog contest.
We'll be there 12 to 4.
Now, what constitutes a little dog?
50 pounds and under.
50 and under, okay.
And then at
3:00
we'll do the
big
larger
dog.
dogs.
Later in the day, you'll do the larger animals.
There'll be 3 prizes.
Okay.
First, second, third, or maybe best costume. We haven't decided yet.
Now, are you expecting because dog people, as we all know, I'm a dog person myself, are just absolutely crazy. Are you expecting the people to dress up in costumes to go with
they
their
want
dog?
to.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Anything goes.
They could win a chew
Well, will
toy.
that affect will that affect the vote?
It could.
It could. Okay, that's great.
You have an idea, Doug?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
Cruella.
I think, I think the Dalmatian will sit this one out. Anyway, and besides the costume events, what else is going on that day?
I should mention with the costume event,
No,
it's
please.
going to be $3 to enter. Everything that we raise for this event, from this event, goes right to the dog park.
Great.
We'll deposit it all into the town's gift account that was created a few weeks ago
Mhm.
for the dog park. We're also going to have a lot of raffles. Local businesses have donated gift cards, gift certificates. Local people have offered to make baskets for us that we can raffle, or like homemade items that we can raffle.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to that. We've got a big group of volunteer bakers who are going to be making little doggy treats that we can sell.
Okay, great.
Or human treats.
You can welcome to try it. I think the kids are going to help us with that.
Hey, Taco.
And the dogs, of course, are going to be the taste testers. Oh, one more thing. You want to tell them about the T-shirts?
Yes, we
Please.
are going to be selling T-shirts with our Abington Dog Park logo.
That I made.
We're not sure exactly. We're thinking $10 per T-shirt.
Did you design that?
And my daughter Jocelyn designed
Fantastic.
the logo.
Congratulations.
Camera shy.
Camera shy indeed.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so but this is your kickoff event. Can you kind of, this won't be the end of it, I assume. So can you kind of give us just a sense of what else will be coming up down the road for you guys? Just because here's your opportunity.
Sure. Without the park being fully designed yet,
Mhm.
we can only estimate that it costs, our percent will be $7,500 to $10,000, which is really not much when you think of how much the grant is providing.
Yeah.
So we are going to, after Oktoberfest, launch a memorial brick project, similar to the bricks found outside the library and town hall,
Sure.
where people will be able to buy those, so that'll be coming soon. We are planning a winter fundraiser, kind of a marketplace,
Mhm.
with a lot of different vendors. And then in the spring, we've got a dog wash plan, and that will be done with the help of Happy Dog Pet Resort.
Oh, nice.
Which has been a great supporter so
Great.
far.
Great, absolutely.
May I interject here? If people wanted to give now, do you have a funding way they could give? To donate?
There are two different ways that you could give. On our Facebook page, our Facebook group, which is called Abington MA Dog Park, not to be confused with Abington,
PA.
there is the link to the GoFundMe page.
Okay.
We've gotten about $400 or $500 through that already. There's also a town gift account, so you can drop a check off at Town Hall. The checks have to be made out to the town of Abington, and you write Dog Park
On the
in the
memo line, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And already we have Lynch's Tavern gave us our biggest donation so far, $500.
Fantastic.
So we're off to a good
Congratulations.
start there.
That's a great start. Thank you, Lynch's Tavern. Perfect. Okay, so that is going to wrap up our weekend for Oktoberfest. We will be chatting with you again about a Christmas at Island Grove event that we're beginning to plan. It will be a one-weekend event, primarily focused on an evening time, I think. We'll have the bridge lit up with luminaria. We'll light up the park. And I'm aiming for a very tall Christmas tree on top of the stone bandstand, which will be seen from all around the park. And hopefully a chance to even visit with Santa. So
Well,
that
if the
should
Ray
be
Kenny's going,
exciting.
he'll probably dress as Santa Claus. So I don't know.
Don't give him any ideas.
Well, we've got
Any-
two reindeer right here.
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Sleepy
We'll get the
Barbie.
dogs involved in that too. So anyway, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I think I just have to say to everyone, follow the Facebook pages, because pretty much everyone who we've been talking to who's been here today has a Facebook page associated with it. I've been bad about not updating the Abington Celebrates page, but we'll be on top of that this week, and you'll be able to find the most up-to-date information there. But we really appreciate you taking the time to have us on.
Well, at
and,
least we could do it, especially
talk
after
about
the
this.
success with the Flag Day. I'm glad that this is progressing, and each event's getting bigger and bigger, more people are getting involved.
The word is getting out
Right.
that Abington Celebrates puts on a good show, and we have a wonderful ad hoc committee. We're always looking for new people to jump in and help. on a limited or a more extended basis. We typically have our meetings at the Dyer Library and try to announce them ahead of time. But if anyone's interested in participating in the Abington Celebrates Committee, hit me up. I'm on Facebook, and we have a Facebook page as well.
Excellent. A couple of things I want to bring up before we leave. We, of course, have the Abington Rotary. That's September 24th at the Knights of Columbus in Abington. That's going to be auctions to raise money for a lot of various groups, particularly social groups in Abington. We also, close to the end of this month, the beginning of next month, Christy Coombs should be dedicating the steel memorial at the police station. We don't have an exact date yet, but once we do, we'll let you know. And as always, we'd like you to think about the Abington Food Pantry. It can always use support. Donations are greatly accepted. It's located on the St. Bridget's grounds on Adams Street, I guess is officially, is it Plymouth Street? I don't even know the official name, but it's at the
Plymouth Street.
Plymouth Street, okay. Right at St. Bridget's grounds. I want to thank in particular a lot of volunteers and guests today. We had a lot of fun. Taco quieted down at the right time. Can tell I'm not at home. Usually people talk over me. But again, I want to thank Doug, as always. Appreciate all the
Thank you,
time
sir.
you put in, especially for all the things that we don't know about, the public doesn't know
We don't
about.
talk about
do.
those.
Exactly. And then, of course, Sue McHugh and Lauren Sweeney and Amelia McHugh and Jocelyn Sweeney and Andrew Van Luling. In particular, Justin Shanahan, Bill Davis, and Kenny Quill that helps with the production aspect of it today. We can't do it without you. So, again, thank you very much, and be kind to people and be thoughtful and considerate. Have a great day.